it's time to go about this video differently than I originally had planned. Hey guys, Dimension Gamer 2.0 here, bringing you more Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2. Last time! Last time, we went through the World Tournament mode, where we went through the tournament quite a few times trying to get at least 2 to 3 skills for each of the characters we've unlocked up to this point. Today, we're going to be going back into Dragon World and getting a couple of the characters we had missed. Now, I am doing this video in post-commentary, and because this video was originally 2.5 hours long, I decided to cut out the first 2 stages. This way to save time, and we're just going to show the stages that have the characters in it that I had missed. Now, even though I've kind of skimmed through this to shorten it, it's been a while in between me recording this video and me editing this video. Real quick though, I got Rage. Everyone can use. Attack power increases in the first 15 seconds of battle. So obviously the big reason that there is a big difference was because I knew I wasn't going to have this ready, and I knew I wasn't going to have the Budokai 1 CPU tournament ready because I had to get the breakthroughs for everybody, and that took some time. The Budokai games surprisingly have a lot of grinding in them. But I had done Toho instead of putting this one up when I intended to. This video was recorded on November 1st, and it is being edited on December 27th. So yeah, it's been there's been quite some time in between the recording of this video and me editing it. So as you guys are going to be seeing, and you're probably wondering if I'm only doing stages 3 and 4 in this video, because we've yet to go to stage 5. So you know that's not going to be in this video. Why is this video an hour and 40 minutes long? Well, this video did not go well for me. And that's a big reason why, because like, this video is an hour and 40 right now. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes. I cut out, what is that, 50 minutes? And that's just the first 2 stages I cut out. That's all I took out. And you can get the first stage done in like, what, 3 minutes? You know what you're doing? I had a lot of trouble in this video, and it's a big reason why I'm doing the post-commentary for it. This is getting to be a close fight, but like I said, I had trouble. So as you can imagine, when I was recording this, I was not very happy. I did decide to use post-commentary instead of my regular commentary, mostly because I cut out those like 50 minutes so that I could go ahead and skip to this stage, which has the first character that we missed. But, also, it's like, if I had cut out the first 2, my commentary might not have made sense, because I might start talking about things I talked about in the first 2 stages. And that would get kind of confusing if I just start in the middle of a conversation or come back to a conversation that you guys never heard. One good thing is, though, is that, hey, Vegeta will only have the 1 bar of health here. Something that is becoming quite apparent to me right now is that my desk is a mess. I've got papers everywhere. Like, I've got my notes for, some notes for Holocure on there. I have, like, channel-related stuff, like, all over my desk. GameCube memory card. Deck of cards. Some Blistex for chapped lips. Both the ointment and the, like, chapstick. I got a pen, remote, my phone, a can of pop. Wow, I've got a lot on here. I need to do some cleaning. I'm getting distracted from my video. But we got an hour and 40 minutes. An hour and 40 minutes of me just rambling. While you guys watch me play Budokai 2. I think this fight will be it for Vegeta if I win it. I don't know if I've discovered it yet, or if this was the video where I just, no. I think I only have to go through this stage once in this video. I know at some point I discovered that you have to beat Vegeta with Goku in order for him to join you. If you don't beat him with Goku, I don't think he joins. He's just knocked out and that's it. You just have Goku and whoever you selected, in this case, Piccolo. I've got the lead so far. Oh, I'm further in my lead. So something I know that has happened recently is me realizing that I had Super Saiyan. I got that in like the first video, I believe. And I guess I just forgot. I must have recorded that video on like a Friday, forgot about it over the weekend, and then in the second video was recorded the following Monday, and I just forgot that I had unlocked Super Saiyan. Apparently, I never even saw it on the skill list. Because, wow, I went a while before I realized I had Super Saiyan. Here I'd been waiting for it, and I already had it. That is not it for Vegeta. He's got one more green square left. This will be it for Vegeta. Oh yeah, I guess I have realized it because look, I've got it right there. I did take it off. I think I got rid of it so I can favor powering up stats. Because like here I'm looking at Raid, which has an attack power increase in the first 15 seconds. Potentially increases attack power for a fixed period of time. But Saiyan Spirit disables my guard, but it powers up my attack and defense, which I think I was going for defense, obviously, because I just equipped General Fest as well. Because I had been having trouble, I figured if I could last a little bit longer, like I was doing okay damage-wise, but I was taking too much damage. So I'm guessing my thought process was to increase my defense due to the luck I was having that day. I do realize they don't want to make it like do a whole lot of damage, but I feel like Dragon Fist needs to have done a little bit more than that. With like how many punches that, you know, you get in, punches and hits. So I do believe that the increase in defense has really helped me out, because you can tell I'm not taking nearly as much damage as I was since I powered up my defense twice. And I never was much in the line of guarding, because a lot of the time when I try to guard, he gets through it anyway. I mean, yes, I have had times where the guard has worked, but I just feel like they always manage, like 80% of the time, they manage to just get through it.
Just this once, but don't. Yeah.
As you can see, I did grab the Dragon Ball.
The Ginyu Force. So. Well.
It's a shame that we didn't get access to the rest of the Ginyu Force until like Tenkaichi 1. Because, like, I don't know why, but Burter was always my favorite, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because he's blue, and blue is an awesome color. Which is still a bit surprising, because, like, especially when I was a kid, my favorite color was red. So you'd think that my favorite Ginyu Force member would have been Jace instead. Nice. That's one defeat done with Captain Ginyu.
Yeah.
This is definitely a different experience doing my commentary while just watching. Yes, I've had to do it a few times. I've done post-commentary before. I've had to do it, you know, because sometimes the commentary just didn't work out or something, or it was just more convenient, like in this case, more convenient to do post-commentary. But it's like, when I'm recording and I'm doing my commentary, I'm still focusing on what it is I'm doing. And at that time, I know what I'm doing. But when I'm doing post-commentary, especially during a time when it's been so long, since I recorded the video, I'm just kind of like, what's my strategy here? What am I doing? This will be annoying. Raccoon has caught up to Ginyu. So, quick note, from something I've read, that capsule that just appeared is one you want to go for because it'll have like a super rare, I think it's a rare or super rare capsule, which is the stuff that I'm actually trying to get right now. I think my plan here was to divide the Ginyu Force, and it didn't work. I don't want to fight Captain Ginyu with Goku yet. We want to beat him as Vegeta, which is why I have Goku kind of running off. Yay, I went for the capsule. Universal Ambition, only Frieza can use. Combat Spirit keeps improving. Okay, so this is good. Ginyu and Raccoon have separated, and Ginyu's gone towards Vegeta, while Raccoon went towards Goku. Then I've just got Piccolo chilling out in the corner. Looks like I was content with Vegeta's setup. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why did I get rid of all of Goku's stuff? I must have gotten in my own head or something. Okay, so here I'm just going for the attack. I have nothing to power up defensive, and that's not good for how my day was going. Maybe this explains the rest of the video. Okay, so I'm still content with Vegeta's. I know I'm more of a offensive than defensive person when it comes to games. Because like I like to try to win as soon as I can. Especially because I really, and I know this is probably gonna sound dumb because it's like it's everybody, but I enjoy progress. I don't know why I did this fight. I could have just skipped it. I don't need Raccoon for anything here. But it's like when I make progress on stuff, and again, I'm sure this is pretty much everybody. When I make progress on stuff, it really like brightens up my mood. Like, if I spend, like right now, I'm doing a lot of grinding for the last video, which is what I'm on for this series. When I finally get one of the capsules that I'm trying to get, that is progress, and that is exciting, especially because like I've got a lot of other stuff I can get that doesn't make me progress, and that upsets me. Because I'm like, oh man, I gotta do this again. And that'll make a whole lot more sense when you get to the last video. I do hope this series has been okay up to now and, you know, further on in it. I feel like it's mostly been a mess, and but I think that might just be part of the how do I put it? Maybe like the part of the mind that just makes you think that anything you make just isn't good enough. Look how close that fight was. Wow. You always feel like, man, I could have done that better. I don't like this. But it's like when someone else checks it out. And I've had this with Jesse a lot. Like, I've gone, man, I feel like I could have done better on this. And he's like, no, I thought it was fine. I thought you did a good job. You know, and that's always good to hear. That's always reassuring. Dragonball! Looks like I'm going to adjust Piccolo's moveset. I gave him 2 destructive waves, a special beam cannon, and I'm really powering up his attack. And I gave him a transformation. I guess I want Raccoon out of the way. I could have made this a whole... well, maybe not a whole lot, but I could have made this a little bit shorter, even by a couple of minutes, if I had left Raccoon alone. If I figured out who Raccoon's attention was on, which was probably Goku, I could have just used Goku to lure Raccoon away, lead him on a wild goose chase while Vegeta took care of Ginyu, and I could have always sent Piccolo to work on Frieza, and then Vegeta could have joined him. Sometimes you can't think that clearly when you're trying to do commentary and think at the same time, because like you're trying to think of what it is that you're saying, but you're also trying to think of what it is you're doing. You gotta multitask, and I'm not all there in the head. Me and my brother did drop me on my head when I was little. He says I let go. Yeah, apparently, like I was on his back, and I decided to throw myself backwards, he says. And I slammed my head into the floor. I think we were like at a store or something. And apparently I took it like a champ though, which actually surprises me. I'm a very emotional person. I was a big crybaby as a kid. I hate saying it, but I was. And I'm a whole lot better about it now, but I am still quite an emotional person. I will be watching something and there will be an emotional moment and I just want to like tear up and I'm like, I've seen this like 100 times. Why am I still tearing up? It's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with my whole life, I guess. I've just kind of like convinced myself that I'm kind of like a sympathetic person, you know? I guess in a way you could say I feel what the person is that's like upset is feeling. And maybe it's because like I do a little bit of story writing. So I have to like try to put my mindset in the mindset of that character.
That was quite an attack, Vegeta. To think that you could beat me even once. How about it? Would you care to join the Ginyu Force? Come on! If you join us, I'll think up a special fighting pose for the 6 of us! Huh? Never! How would you ever expect me to perform such a ridiculous pose? I see. In that case, I have no choice. You'll just have to die, Vegeta!
You know, if Captain Ginyu, if the Ginyu Force had turned good, Gohan would have been like best friends with him because he loves doing poses like that as the Great Saiyaman. But anyway, back to what I was saying, like the whole me being emotional thing. And it's like it can be quite troubling at times because like when I'm upset because I'm angry, it's hard for me to like lash back or like defend myself because like if I try, it's like my guard on keeping tears under control is lowered. Like if somebody's yelling at me and I'm getting like upset by it, I just kind of take it. I try not to really say much, just let it blow over. But it's because I feel like if I fight back, I'm just going to lose it. By beating Captain Ginyu as Vegeta, we've unlocked Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu can be used in, yes. We also got Grand Kai's outfit. Refer to notes for characters, defense, power-up. Can only be worn by Gohan and Supreme Kai. But it's very difficult for me to express my emotions when I'm upset, just because of the fact that if I do, I'm going to lose like my control. Not like attack back, just control as I'm not blubbering. So if I actually manage, hell, and I'm not really much of an argumentative person anyway. It's just not really who I am. So if you get me to argue back, then hot damn, you tried. It has happened a few times, but not too often. Besides, I got better things to do than to argue with somebody, like edit videos. I had, before the job I was at closed down, a friend of mine that also worked there, you know, we were talking one day, and, like, I was kind of telling her about, like, how a guy's mind works, and it's like, ouch, lost. Subconsciously, or maybe not subconsciously. Is that the right word? I suppose it is. As kids, boys are kind of subconsciously taught that a man can be happy, we can be angry, we can be hungry. If we are, like, sad or scared, then we're no longer a man. And, you know, like, to a guy, not being called a man is an insult. And I'm sure it's the same way for women if they're told that they're more like a man than a woman or something. I don't know. It probably just depends on everybody's personality. I'm not a shrink. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. This is just my own personal thoughts. But yeah, it's like a lot. If you really pay attention, it's just something I've noticed. It's like any time that a guy gets upset about something. Like, let's say a girl he was really attached to, you know, broke up with him. You know, the guy really liked her. And when you lose someone, whether you're a guy, you know, whether you're male or female, you know, when you lose somebody you really care about, whether it's because they died or because they broke up with you, you know, that stuff hurts. And you gotta let those emotions out. But men are just expected to take all of their emotions and just keep bottling them in. And that's usually what ends up causing guys to, like, just, like, explode in anger, and then things happen. This is not something I really expected to be talking about. It just kind of, like, ended up here. I know in my case, for one, I'm borderline autistic. I'm very high functioning, and it was a whole lot more noticeable in me when I was younger. I think what made us decide to get me tested was one year for Christmas. I decided to, like, I took like a pen, and I actually numbered the presents in the order I wanted to open them in. And I had done similar stuff like that before. And so we got me tested, and I remember that. Like, I was in the 8th grade. I'd say a big thing my autism, like, affected me was that it made me act, I'd say at least a couple years younger than what I am. At least from what I have noticed in myself. But yeah, I remember that instead of, like, at times, instead of going to class, I would be taken to another room, and, you know, I would be asked questions. I would be given stuff and be like, hey, play with this, we're gonna watch you do that. And I remember that I wouldn't do that because, like, it just felt embarrassing to me. That was also the year that my father stopped coming around, and it was when I was getting tested for autism. After they had diagnosed me with borderline autism, he came by one more time, and he never came back after that. I did see him one time after, and that's only because my brother took me down there as a surprise. I did, even though, like, you know, which was maybe about a year later, I did not really feel like I was all that welcome there. Like, they were very distant with me. Not my brother. And for any context, and for some context, my parents divorced when I was little. I was maybe like in first or second grade. I want to say it might have been like second grade, but it was definitely my parents were divorced when I was in third. And I know they were still together when I was in kindergarten. I'd go down to my dad's every other weekend, and, you know, we'd do stuff like we'd watch Dragon Ball Z. My brother would also go, even though, I guess technically me and my brother, well, me and all my siblings would be, step, or no, not step, half, because I have a different dad compared to the rest of them, and wow, that was a terrible fight. Yeah, like, I know we'd watch Dragon Ball Z. I remember they'd always call it DBZ, and I didn't understand acronyms at the time. I don't think I'd ever heard of the concept of what an acronym was. And it would make me mad. I'm like, that's not what it's called. It's called Dragon Ball Z. And it didn't occur to me that DBZ are the letters for Dragon Ball Z. But hey, I was a little kid, so way before I got tested for autism. So I had no idea. All in all, despite my borderline autism, I'd say that I came out mostly alright. I mean, I have issues, but I don't think that's because of autism. I was always, metaphorically caged up. I wasn't actually put into a cage, but a lot of the time it felt like my house was one because I was never allowed to go out anywhere. Like, if a friend was having a party, I'd never be allowed to go because I would be told, my mother would tell me that, well, she's at work. You know, if she's not going to be home, I can't go anywhere. So I was never really allowed to go over to friends' places. It wasn't really until, like, I graduated high school and started working that I was actually even able to hang out with friends. That's something I'd always do playing Budokai as a kid. Like, after I'd win, I'd just keep firing energy blast. Energy blast after energy blast. My brother would be like, calm down, John.
Yikes! If I don't get out of here soon, the whole planet's going to... Here it is.
Who? Red Ribbon. That's right. Thanks to you, the Red Ribbon. Since then, I continue. Come.
I guess since I'm kind of talking about my life story here,
Cyberman.
this leads to a great segment of another part of it. The Cyber Rangers here being
Now
a
go,
reference
my
to
Cyber
Power
Rangers.
Rangers or Super
Do away
Sentai in
with
Japan.
Goku.
And obviously, you know, as a kid, I had no idea that Power Rangers was actually a Japanese show. It was just a Western take on it. But as a kid, I loved the Power Rangers. You know, I spent a lot of my time. I still even have, like, the original toys of them that I had. Just because, like, and those things were like a treasure to me. Nobody touched those. I was always good about sharing as a kid, but nobody touched those. Those were mine and mine alone. I'd always be watching Power Rangers on TV. You could sit me down in a room, put Power Rangers on TV, give me my toys, and you could leave and be gone for hours. Come back, I'm alright, I'm still doing the same thing. Just leave me like a box of cereal, so I have something to eat, and not like I was good. I feel like a lot of people, you know, just think that Power Rangers is for kids. And granted, that is the target audience. But, you know, is it really any different from shows like Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men? And granted, I'm not well versed in all of them. Out of any DC or Marvel superheroes, the one I kind of know the most about is Spider-Man. But that's not really saying much. I've seen a few of the Spider-Man movies. I might be able to name at least a handful of the enemies, like Green Goblin, the new Green Goblin, Sandman, Venom, Doc Ock. I had a game for the Nintendo 64 of Spider-Man, and I'd like to get that and play that actually on the channel. That would be awesome. I might have to do that soon. That obviously has to wait until I start my new job. At this point, I haven't. Oh, no. You guys, by the time this video goes up, I'll not have started it yet. I'll be close, because my start date for it is the 16th of January. It was a little bit sooner, but I got it pushed back because we were having some bad weather, and they were going to try to do. They have a few other people starting as well, and they were going to try to do the orientation all at the same time for everybody. You got to do that before your first shift. I'll definitely have to do that. I'd like to play that soon. I do like how there's no special dialogue for the Green Cyberman. It's just like, he's just an ordinary one. I did. I think it would have been like the last video where I talked about which Power Ranger and Super Sentai would have been out of the time, due to my the best of my ability to figure out the time range stuff. Rolling Crush, only Dr. Gero can use. Can grab and throw opponent. Your opponent can't guard against a throw, but you've still got to get close to succeed. I do remember hearing that one year for Christmas, my brother was getting the gold Zeo Ranger staff toy. I'll have to see if I can find a picture of it and put it on screen for you guys. But my mother let me play with it while my brother was at school, because there's a 7-year difference. He started school way before I did.
But this color is more subdued.
And she said she was actually getting worried that she wouldn't have been able to get it away from me before my brother got home, because like I never put it down. I just kept playing with it.
can't.
We're about 40 minutes into this video now. The video's an hour and 40. I still have an hour in this stage, which shows you how much trouble I must have had. It's amazing. Something that I spent a lot of time doing as a kid was back when the Budokai and Tenkaichi games were like the hottest things around, because, like, you know, they were the games that were currently coming out at the time for Dragon Ball. I had to play by myself a lot. As I mentioned, there's a 7-year difference between me and my brother. You know, I could never really ever go to a friend's house. I could never really ever have anybody over. So I had to play by myself a lot. Well, one thing I did was I would play Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and I'd have like a, I would take paper, and that would be like character sheets. And I'd have like Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, you know, and I'd have like their version of the Dragon Ball story. But then I would also have like my own that was me and my friends from school. I went through so much paper. But hey, I got a lot of use out of them, so you can't really say it was a waste. Man, those were good times. You thought, Budokai Tenkaichi 3 had a lot of characters. I had, like, just about all the Dragon Ball characters, not to mention, like, you know, me and my friends, my own creations, like, of enemies. I know one enemy I would always imagine. He appeared in, like, everything I played, like Dragon Ball, Power Rangers. He was a creature made out of slime named Slime Ball, and it was just like, you could decide if he was more of a liquid or more of a solid. Like, it was just like impossible to get rid of the guy. He showed up all the time. Life extract for 1,000. Only Cell can use. Defense power up. No comment. So comparing that, I unlocked Android 18 when I beat her with Krillin, and I want to say when Goku beat 16, I unlocked him. And since I had Piccolo, it's probably safe to say that we want to make sure that we beat Android 17 with Piccolo. We also need to make sure that we do not beat Android 16 before unlocking 17, as beating Android 16 initiates the next phase of the level, which gets rid of Android 17 and 18.
I can't sense any energy from you at all. Who are you?
I'm an android created to kill you. We clear on that? You're the strongest one in the world, right? Among humans. I'm looking forward to this.
Now we just need to make sure that Piccolo is the one that gets rid of the last green square for Android 17. So this fight will not mess up unlocking him, because it will not knock him out. Something else I might have been doing, started doing at this point, since I was having trouble up to this point, is like getting Goku, using Goku to get Android 17 down to like his red bar. This way Piccolo only had to do, you know, just 1 bar worth of damage. but also Goku is not a good person to kind of like sack a life on, because if he gets knocked out, you're done. Get the feeling I'm gonna try to go for Spirit Bomb here, which, using their like ultimate attacks like Spirit Bomb, Special Beam Cannon, it's kind of a pain to actually get him out in this game, at least in my experience. But when you finally do, it's not worth the reward. Like, I feel like they could do a whole lot more, and they might if you equip like a second copy of the skill, obviously. But I lost. I was going for the win there, I can tell, because if I was just trying to get Android 17 to the red bar, I would have stopped attacking. That is scary. Alright, so I think there I was trying to get Piccolo to power up Vegeta, and it did not work.
You come around here often? I don't know where you're planning on going, but I'm gonna put an end to you right here. You find that funny? Oh, laugh it up now while you can.
Fine, I'll take you on.
Oh, another enemy I had created. Oh my god, this was like strictly a Dragon Ball Z one, and this was just, oh my god, it was so dumb. It was a giant tomato called Tomato Man. And like a big thing he would do, and I don't know why, is he had the power to like trap you inside him, not like absorb you. You would just kind of like be stuck, and you would be like in tomato juice. It was so dumb. I don't know what I was thinking, especially, it might have been because I hate tomatoes. I like ketchup, but I hate tomatoes. So I'm like, I'd like to destroy a tomato. You gotta love my borderline autism and a child's way of thinking. The final flash paid off. Ow. That one looked like it had to hurt. I'm sure I was fuming over that loss as Goku against 17. And I know I was probably freaking out a little bit here because, like, I have to be 16 and 17. I cannot lose to either one of them right now. Who won that? I wasn't looking. I'm like, I'm gonna look at my bank account. I won.
You again, Goku? My, you never learn.
I've never seen anything like you, so I'm going to go at you like I mean it now.
I struggle to comprehend why you choose to fight a battle you absolutely cannot win. Fine, if you're going to go, let's go.
This is not looking very good for me here. I can tell, I am most likely not happy at the moment while I was recording this. I should have kept the defense up. Aha! And there was the relief. The, like, victory charge. Especially because I can't lose as Goku right now. And I can't get to Dende because it's on the other side of Android 17. Piccolo was another one I couldn't afford to lose at this point because I need him to beat 17 to knock 17 out so I can unlock him. Not looking good here. I'm wondering if I spend quite a bit of time having to, Actually, I think I do, now that I think about it. Because I know there was a time... at least I think there was a time when I had to lure... I had to, like, kind of, like, lure them in a circle so I could get around and get to Dende, because obviously I am struggling here. Because, like, I can't go right at all. Because if I beat 16, I knock him out and we begin the next stage and 17's gone. I go to 17 and beat him, well, then I can't unlock him, and this was for nothing. And if I lose, Goku's out, so I'm done. So, like, I really had to think of how to go about this here. This is something that'll help, is increasing their stats. 18 is right now the only one I can knock out freely. And it looks like that was my thoughts when I was recording this too. Although I am worried about using Piccolo for it, because he has, what, one green square now? Which is something I might not have thought about, or I did and decided I have no choice but to take a chance on it. Yeah, I would have no choice but to take a chance on it. Because if I had gone down with Vegeta and won, 18 would have been they would have traded spots. Vegeta and 18 would have traded spots. And then 18 could have gone up to Goku. And based on how I'd been playing, that would have been way too risky. And I think the reason that I might have decided to use Piccolo first is because 18 only has 1 bar of health, and I probably had remembered that up to this point. Yeah! I got away. Oh, wow. I won't be able to finish her off with Vegeta this turn, but it does at least get her away from Goku. None of the androids can get to him this turn. Ooh, and this is going to be risky because 18... whoever loses this fight will be knocked out. So either I get rid of one of the androids here. I was going to say predators. Alien versus Predator. Yeah, Piccolo is an alien for Earth. Alien versus Predator! 18's out to kill. Piccolo's an alien. Alien versus Predator. Dragon Ball Z style. Getting close. Getting scaredy. Yeah! Fierce Ranma, only Piccolo can use, can attack opponent with enhanced force. I think the smart thing for me to do here is to move Goku over to the left. Because obviously I need to keep him away from the androids because I can't afford for him to lose. Was probably hoping for another like statting freeze. Yep, here I am. I'm going to lure them around here. I'm going to get my guys together, use get 16 and 17 to kind of follow in a big circle. Clearly I'm trying to figure out what my best move would be, and I probably didn't mean to search. Probably didn't have any idea what direction they would go. Honestly, my best bet would have been to move Goku either up or down so I could have controlled them both going where I wanted them to. That was a mistake, because now they're both going to go down and block the path. Because my goal here would be is I need to get them to Dende. Both Piccolo and Goku. Again, Piccolo because I need him to knock out 17, who still has 2 green squares left, and Goku because if he loses, we're done. And I had already been recording for quite a while up to this point, and remember, this was a 2.5 hour video. But then also, yeah, here I realized it. You know, like, I'm most likely I'm frustrated, don't want to go through this anymore. I think staying still is the best move here. Yep. Goku's got 2 moves, so he could get away. And technically, I could have him go down once, and then they'd probably go down. Like, I could keep them away. Yeah, you can only have 2 characters on the same space at a time. And that was frustrating me at this point, I'm sure. Mr. Popo is too much of a gamble. I don't know if he teleports you to a completely random spot, or if it's to a certain spot, but I wouldn't know where that would be right off the top of my head, so it would be too dangerous to attempt. Here's a convenient Dragon Ball. Got Piccolo healing, and we got a capsule for it. Which is one we didn't need. Yay! I don't want to lose Piccolo, so good that I still have him healing. Goku definitely needs healed. So it's good to see that I was using my head here. Yeah, it delayed things a little bit, but if I had tried to battle before healing, I most likely would have lost and would have had to spend more time doing it anyway. It was a strategic retreat. This is a good example of that. My comment earlier about getting the ultimate attacks out, I don't think Final Flash was all that hard, but I don't know if that's considered his ultimate attack. I want to say it might be Big Bang, but it could also be the other way around. Final Flash could be the ultimate and Big Bang isn't. Or they both could be. Oh wow, I look back up and neither one of us hardly had health.
Well, if it isn't Vegeta. I was hoping it was going to be Goku.
What? I'm going to turn you into spare parts, you toaster!
Your silly, half-baked Saiyan pride makes me laugh. If you get in my way, I will kill you. Understand?
Big words for a dime store mannequin. You're gonna regret ever saying them.
Dime store mannequin. What was I doing? I never the college just to be. I'm probably deciding if I should lose or not. Honestly, I think losing here might be better, but I'm not sure what it is I go into. If I win, that'll knock 17 back to where 16 is, and then it would be too risky to go and fight. Because if it ended up putting me up against 16, I couldn't beat him. And obviously I'd want to go as Piccolo, and if I'd lose, well then I'd lose a green square, and I don't want to do that. I'm not attacking, so I must have decided that losing was my best option here. Losing the battle, but winning the war! I might just have to sack Vegeta completely. No, I can't move him away. So if this kind of scenario happens where you're stuck on you're on the same square as an enemy, you have to fight them. You can't get away. And I can't win this, and if I lose with Vegeta, he's knocked out, so yeah, I'm going to have to sacrifice Vegeta here, just so I can keep going. I'm sure that's something Vegeta would like to know. I was probably, at least, since I am fighting, I'm assuming I'm getting him down to his last bar for convenience for later. Figured if I gotta do this fight, I might as well get some sort of benefit out of it. Yeah, I'm just flying towards him. I'm not attacking, so. Usually it's won the battle but lost. Oh, that wasn't going to know. Oh no, because it became my turn. So Vegeta was no longer dazed. That was the move that I'm sure surprised me, because it surprises me now. I figured he was going to go up to fight Piccolo, which actually would have been bad for me, because then Android 17 would have been, well, no. I would have knocked him back. So no, it wouldn't have been bad for me. I would have had to have sent Piccolo down to 17 for 17 to end up on Dende. Now here's another problematic part, because I can't beat 16. Not until I've defeated 17 with Piccolo. And he was kind of blocking the path. For some reason 17 is just chasing Vegeta. Fortunately, Goku and Piccolo have 5 green squares, so I'm no longer in danger of losing the stage. I'm assuming here my plan is to lure 16 towards Goku, which I'm sure is what he's, pun not intended, programmed to do. So So I can use Goku to lure 16 away while I have Piccolo chase after 17. Fortunately, Mr. Popo put Piccolo right in a good spot.
Are you here too, Piccolo? You may not be quite up to the task, but you can still help us kill some time.
Huh. Enough of your smart mouth. I'm gonna finish you right here.
You're just like the sage, full of foolish pride, aren't you? Very well. Ordinarily, I wouldn't lower myself to take on the likes of you, but this time is special.
Don't think it's gonna be so easy.
So we're finally getting to face off against Android 17 as Piccolo. Took a while, but we did get there. You were hearing some noise, some plastic, because I was getting me a Sunny D. Fortunately, I had lowered 17's health to the last bar, so that makes this fight pretty simple. Yay for strategy! That's something else that I really, obviously, I wouldn't even say just kids, especially kids, but even like a lot of adults struggle with strategy-based stuff. I sure did for the longest time.
You're not an android. I rather enjoyed it. But apparently, no matter how hard you try, there is a difference in our stamina. My energy will never drop.
Darn it. In that case, I'm just gonna have to beat you more quickly.
For me, Yu-Gi-Oh was a big strategy thing I struggled with. And obviously I've gotten better with it over the years. I was doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel for a while here on the channel, and the big reason I stopped and just got rid of the videos was because there's a lot of it was just because of the really competitive players. Like, they just made. If you've played Master Duel or watched videos, you probably understand why I stopped. I'm sure a lot of people have given up that game just because of the player base on there. How they just they sucked all the fun out of it. Especially doing a whole bunch of moves that they know they don't need to do. I still intend to do Yu-Gi-Oh! For the channel, but I don't know if I will ever do Master Duel again. I got rid of the videos just because I didn't want it to be a constant reminder of how I just stopped it. And I didn't stop because I wasn't enjoying the game. Like, I wasn't enjoying that game particularly because of that. But real quick, Android 17 can now be used in dual tournament and practice modes. So at this point, we are good to finish off 16 and then take care of Cell. But back to Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just like, playing Master Duel, it gets to a point where you're just sitting there because your opponent just keeps spamming the exact same summonings over and over and over and over again, and it gets really annoying. And like, I'm sure they think that that's that they're really skilled players, but they're just showing how annoying they can be. You know, and that's just not entertaining.
Who is that?
My name is Cell. I am an android created by Dr. Gero. Thanks to you, I was able to absorb 17 and 18 and attain my perfect form. Let's go if ever.
What kind of...
We got the Gallic gun again. I wasn't reading that, was I? Because it wasn't new. Cell being there is not convenient for me at all. Because Dundee's healing on the little traitor.
What did we hear?
Got Kamehameha with Goku there. Power Strike. Only Android 17 can use. Can attack while yes. Different input than opponent while performing boost damage.
There's so many...
Oh! You got me. I am ready to get up and stretch. I will have a chance to do that here though soon, because once I'm done recording the commentary for this one, I've still gotta edit it. So I gotta go through this again, but it's something I do, at least with the longer videos like this, when I edit, is I skip over the parts where I'm not really talking. I just listen to my commentary, make sure it's okay, and then boom, just move on, skip to the next section of commentary. But I gotta go down and get my mail, and Frieza's Nightmare, only Frieza can use. Can attack while chasing opponent. Different input than opponent while performing boost damage. But then after I get my mail, well actually before I get my mail, because I'll get it on the way back, because I gotta go down to my uncle's, and he just lives down the road from me. I gotta go and get his mail. He's usually capable of doing it, but he supposedly, at the time of me recording the post-commentary for this video, supposedly hurt his knee, even though he moves just fine. We think it was kind of an attention thing. He lives alone now because my aunt is in the nursing home.
Just how many of these?
And also, this is during the time, just maybe about a week ago, is when we had like below 0 degree weather, and we were gonna have him stay with us anyway. But we kind of think that was a ploy. Him saying that he had to go to the emergency room because of his knee was just a ploy to come to our place to stay for a couple of days. But we were going to have him come over anyway, just so we knew he'd be all right. Knowing my luck, he would decide to fall and need help getting up, and you know, it's not really good to be out in below 0 degree weather. Because I would have ended up having to walk down there. But, I'm gonna go down and get his mail. He's good to do it himself. And honestly, I think he could, despite him, you know, saying that his knee hurts, even though we're pretty sure it doesn't, because he's moving just fine. Process Power Crush, only Captain Ginyu can use. Can attack while chasing opponent, different input than opponent while performing boost damage. But there's also a bunch of snow on the ground, and he really doesn't need to be walking in on that, whether his knee hurts or not.
I can sense an outrage.
You will.
Then I'll probably have me some lunch as I edit this video. I'll heat me up some sliders. I was tempted to order pizza. I do have the money for it, but I should wait. Because I'm not working at the moment. I have a job, but it just hasn't started yet. And it could very well be February by the time I get paid my first time. So I should really try to hang on to as much money as I can. Plus my my new cat, the black and white one, I talked about him in Toho. I need to take him to the vet to get him fixed, and I don't know how much that's going to cost me. He's getting aggressive towards Nico and Noir, and they're both fixed, so I'm not worried about kittens. But I don't need him attacking them. This was their house first. A lot of things I've looked up, given the information I've been able to, like, you know, type in, it's pretty much said that, yeah, he's probably just, I lost. He just needs fixed. It's just that kind of tension going on inside of him, the hormones. So that's something else I need to do, is I need to call, figure out how much that's going to be. Get that schedule taken care of. So hopefully he kind of calms down he doesn't do it like, he doesn't attack them like all the time. It's getting more frequent, and he's not an aggressive cat. He's more timid, but he's not really an aggressive cat. Which, you know, does add on to us thinking that he's just needing to get fixed. This gets really annoying. Cell teleporting everywhere.
Hey, Cell, I will be the one to take you down.
Vegeta, huh? Well then, will you help me with my warm-up?
Fine, but you'll be dead before it's done.
As you please.
What's really aggravating about Cell teleporting everywhere is, for one, this is like the third part of this stage. Another thing that, you know, reason it's a headache is because you have the Cybermen to deal with, and you've got Jiro, and then you've got the androids, and then you have the Cell Juniors, and then you've got him. Like, hold still. Because unless you've been using Dende to heal, which I would assume that most people playing this at least the first time would have to be doing. But if you haven't, you're bound to be pretty exhausted. For one, just kind of done with the stage, ready to move on. And then another being, you know, just you're probably low on green squares. Plus, Cell wasn't really one to run away. You know, he was so confident that he was the perfect being and couldn't be defeated. That him running away just kind of seems out of character. And there went Vegeta. Well, now it's Piccolo's turn.
There's no reason to be so afraid. I have no intention of killing you yet. Unless, of course, you'd like to.
You.
Why'd I do that? I should have gone up and then down, and as long as Cell didn't teleport, which it doesn't matter. Okay. I could have done it! Unless I was just, for some reason, just keeping Goku away because I was just... I'm probably just really fed up at this point. Because by this point, we'd be well over 2 hours in. I would have been well over 2 hours in. So I was like, ready to just end this. I haven't even managed to drain him by a bar yet. And he's already got me down to my last. He has an extra bar too. There we go. So maybe only using Piccolo right now to fight Cell is the best strategy for me. Sometimes I do feel like this game really favors the CPU. Like, it ups their difficulty. Because there is definitely times where it just seems like they're suddenly a whole lot tougher than what they should be. And it happens frequently. Hell, even the difficulty jump with Frieza in the second stage was wild. Because it was like, I didn't have much issue with the Cybermen, Raditz, or Nappa. And the Ginyu Force wasn't too bad, but the Frieza was just wow. I don't think he was that bad in the third stage, but in the second stage, it was just crazy. I mean, things might have gone differently if I had realized I had Super Saiyan. No, I had to go and forget that. Yeah, like, I only managed to get him down 1 bar again. Of course, it probably doesn't help, like I mentioned. I'm probably really frustrated at this point. Yeah, and look at that. He teleported right onto Dende as well. Fortunately, he got off. Down to his orange bar. Alright, and now he's down to his last green square, which means we just need 1 more victory and then we're done. Given the amount of time that's left in the video, I'm going to say I have an easy time of it. And he teleports away. The perfect coward! Now, I suppose I'll go ahead and start talking about this now, just so I know I have enough time to finish my thoughts on it. But in the next video, we are actually going to be doing Stage 4 again, and only Stage 4. And I can promise you, it's a whole lot shorter. The reason being is because I shouldn't have brought Vegeta as my other character. I didn't think things through, probably because I was frustrated. Like, I was probably already getting a little frustrated because of how things had gone up since the start of Stage 4. But, I should have brought a different character instead of Vegeta, because I need that character to beat Cell to unlock another character that I had missed. So I had missed 3 characters and not 2. So we will be returning here, but again, I will only show Stage 4, so we can not be as redundant. And we can get that character. There we go! Nice! I was so happy because I thought I was done, and then I realized it, and then I was upset. More. That took 33 rounds. Or turns. I think it'd be rounds. So, obviously, I'm not going to be doing a world tournament in this video. But next time, like I mentioned, we're going to do Stage 4 again and get the last character I missed. Again. See you guys then.